this time it's your boy Sean.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? My name is Josh Shell, your host every Friday, at least until Sienna usurps me from my throne and steals the show. It's only a matter of time, I think. Usurp the throne. I watched Game of Thrones, so that's where it got me in the mood.
Not yet. Let's not talk about it. I still need to watch it.
Okay, no spoilers. But until that happens, I'd like to welcome my two co-hosts, John Consignato and Sean Salvino. What is up, guys?
Hello.
As someone who has not seen a single episode of Game of Thrones,
Oh,
and I know that the last season was wildly disappointing, how was the first no spoiler review for House of Dragons?
okay. So I will admit to I've never watched the final season of Game of Thrones. Season 8 I skipped. And most people are like, you have to finish it, but also, yeah, you probably didn't need to watch that season. So they're like always torn. They're like, why skip that season? And I was like, well, I was just busy when it came out. So I wasn't as disappointed as everyone when Game of Thrones ended. But I really like where this first episode has gone, and I cannot wait for Sunday to watch more. I'll say that much. No spoilers.
I heard it was
All right.
fire, so that's all I care about.
Is that
It
a
is-
goddamn pun?
It is
Pun
fire,
intended.
baby.
Fucking pun. Jeez.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a wild episode, so you'll definitely enjoy it, John. And then Sean, if you want to get into on it, it has like connections to the original series, but it's like 200 years in the past, so you don't need to know the series to watch it if you want to get in on this one.
Yeah, part of me is like, even before that last season, I was like, I should really watch this. I have like 2 or 3 years or whatever till it comes back. Everyone
True.
won't shut the fuck up about this. And then like everyone was like, during that season, everyone was like, oh my God, this show sucks. And then I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad I
not this
didn't waste
show.
my time.
This season.
The
sucks.
season. The season
Everything
sucked.
else was great.
Yeah. Season
check
7
it
was a
out.
little weak,
Uh,
but
back half of season 7 was.
yeah, but yeah, season 8 disappointed. But yeah, I would recommend jumping in now if you wanted to, Sean. And then if you enjoy the new show, then maybe go back and watch the
Yeah,
rest of Game of Thrones.
if it's
'Cause
worth your time, like you
it's
mentioned.
very similar. Yeah. All right, we have Reddit stories to read. So,
Yeah,
so-
sorry. Y'all don't give a fuck about that. We're get back on schedule.
No. Let me know what you think of Game of Thrones, because by the time this comes out, I think it'll be 3 episodes in. So let me know
yeah.
how it's going. If
Discuss on our subreddit. maybe.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Or Discord.
Discord.
But on today's episode, we have a girlfriend who dares to speak sign language. A listener keeps their wedding a secret.
Oh.
We have a husband who doesn't think his wife is brave, and a man who just wants to be monogamous with his wife. There's only 4 stories for today. John is on a time crunch. He is literally heading to the Philippines tomorrow. So I think it's tomorrow, right? Yeah. So we're just crunching in those episodes before he leaves. So it'll be a little bit shorter. But that being said, if you are a patron, we do have 2 more stories for you guys, where we have a boyfriend who refuses to pay for his girlfriend's meal, and we have a wife who blows up at OP's mom.
Ooh.
So if you want to hear those last 2 stories and get ad-free episodes, head on over to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network and sign up today. On top of that, if you're a returning listener, please consider giving us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or you can share the podcast with a friend. And finally, our first story today actually comes from our subreddit. So if you'd like to submit your own story on our subreddit, you can do so at redditonwiki.com/r/Reddit-on-wiki. No, wait,
No,
wait.
that's our website.
wait, no.
Reddit.com.
Reddit, r/Reddit-on-wiki. There we
There
go.
you go.
I got it. Too many
There it
Reddits in there.
Seamless.
It'll be in our show notes. So if you don't want to listen to my dumb ass, you can just go down and click a link. Hopefully I linked that properly. So I think that's it. Yeah. You want to just hop into it?
Get it.
Let's get into it.
All right. So our first one is like I said, a Reddit cross post, I guess you would call it. So people cross post from Am I the Asshole onto our subreddit, which you can do. You can also submit your own stories. So the post is, Am I the asshole for speaking ASL and not telling my boyfriend I know how to sign? So American Sign Language.
Depends
I
on the
don't thi-
context.
Yeah, like it doesn't seem like an asshole-ish thing. You just talking
Yeah.
sign language. Unless you're flipping
Yeah.
them off.
I mean, that's
if you-
universal though.
Yeah, that's
like-
not American sign language. That's just
Yeah, I feel like if I knew like Morse code or whatever, and I didn't tell my wife I knew Morse code, that wouldn't make me an asshole. I don't think.
no.
So
It's
that's
just
how
a
I'm
cool,
equating it. Yeah.
cool party trick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's hop into it. So my 25 female boyfriend, 26 male, is mad at me currently for not telling him I know how to do American Sign Language and embarrassing him.
Okay.
Why would he embarrassing?
I feel like you weren't embarrassed, or you didn't do anything that was embarrassing. I feel like this guy is. I'm already projecting or feeling he's projecting his insecurities.
Wow, so many assumptions, Sean.
It only makes an ass out of you and me. I know.
Exactly, and then you'll be the asshole. So I'm by no means fluent, but I took a beginner class in university. I study a people-facing field and figured it would be helpful. I can get by. I know basic conversational signs and things like how to get around places, locations, etc. It's enough to be helpful, but not to maintain a fluent conversation. We were at a train station and I'd gone to the restroom while my boyfriend waited outside. Before I'd gone in, I'd noticed an elderly couple looking at a map and signing. I didn't think much of it, but when I came back out, I could see my boyfriend trying to help them. I could sense some tension/frustration because he doesn't know American Sign Language, and the couple was obviously lost and flustered. The woman started going through her purse for a pad of paper and had to start emptying her bag to get a pen. I walked up to them and started signing to let them know I could help. They were relieved, and I helped them find their correct route and where they needed to go. After the couple walked away, my boyfriend got mad and said I embarrassed him by not telling him I knew American Sign Language and interfering when he had it handled.
Oh boy.
At first I was like, okay, maybe he's like embarrassed that like, she waited so long in there. Like she waited until tensions boiled up, but no, he's just embarrassed that he couldn't do it.
Yes. I'm gonna go. Sean already got my vote on that one. Like he is like, even though you assumed right, my friend.
I think I might be getting good at judging people. Guys.
Projecting insecurities 101. But carry on, Josh.
Yeah, so I'll finish it off here. So I told him knowing American Sign Language wasn't a secret. It just never came up. And it wasn't handled, as I could tell he was getting annoyed and the couple was getting flustered. He says I embarrassed him and showed him up. And then just some extra detail that she added in after. She said some details. We've been together for a little over 6 months, and this is really the first time I've ever seen this behavior. I definitely didn't realize this is a red flag, and I guess we're coming out of that honeymoon stage now. Am I the asshole?
No. Actually, and it's 6 months. It's so early. I feel fine saying get out.
Yeah.
You have no ties. If he's able to get so angry and heated about that, he's probably going to be embarrassed about a lot in life. I feel like you did not, show him up or whatever. You just helped out a situation. You weren't like this fucking guy, right? Like you just helped out the situation. You weren't being a dick about it. So yeah, I think you're good.
And it's like a good contrast from one of the other Am I the Asshole episodes that we did with the husband, I think, buying a bra for the wife, I think.
Yes.
And it was like the guy was trying to not necessarily like mansplain, but it's like, here's a solution. But instead of like saying like, oh damn, this shit is pretty cool that my girl knows how like to do sign language, instead of being like, that's dope, it's like projecting insecurities like, oh, I couldn't fix the problem for you or the couple.
Right.
And it's just like, I wish I was the one that did that and take all the credit. But I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell that this person is an asshole. If anything, she's an angel for being there for those couples that were struggling during that time.
Yeah, I'll say this. It's at minimum definitely a conversation you need to have. I don't know if I'd go as far to say you have to break up. It's definitely a red flag.
You don't have to break up, but I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you did. It seems pretty early.
Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, I'd say have a conversation with it and then see how he responds to the conversation, and if he actually makes visible changes to not, react when his manhood is in question or whatever he feels like. I don't even know what he's insecure about. Like,
exactly. I think he was just probably insecure that he didn't handle the situation himself.
Right. And so maybe in the moment he was flustered and just like, he was, like you said, he was like frustrated and stuff. So maybe he projected that towards you, which is not okay.
Mhm.
But that could explain maybe why he was frustrated. I don't know. Yeah, conversation at minimum, and then yeah, like Sean said, I would not blame you if you decided to leave him. But
Yeah, that's true. Like he could have already, tensions were already high or whatever. So he might have just said some shit he didn't really mean.
yeah,
But yeah, yeah. The only way I could see being embarrassed is being like, "Damn, I wish you helped me out like initially instead of watching me struggle for a few minutes and then watching her pull out a pen and search for pen and paper
yeah,
or whatever." But I don't think I would ever be like, "Damn, how dare you help that couple out?"
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
If anything, I'd be the other way. I'd be like, oh, thank God, I don't have to like figure this out.
exactly.
You
yeah.
figure this out. So yeah, not the asshole. Unfortunate, and hopefully he learns from this and is not actually just an asshole, but he's kind of the asshole in this situation.
Yeah,
He's
for
just
sure.
he's just a flustered asshole in this
Yeah,
situation, I think.
which is, to be fair, not an excuse, but like, it, you know,
This could be
it could,
fixed with a conversation,
It is.
for sure.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's how a lot of things in life is. If you don't know something and like someone is like trying to ask you for help and you just can't provide that, I can understand a frustration on his end too. But
yeah,
like you guys said, no excuse to be like
y-
projecting on
yeah.
the
You don't have to
girlfriend.
project towards your girlfriend
Yeah.
for helping you out, basically. So, yeah, not the asshole. All right, so we're gonna move on to a listener submitted story via Instagram.
Ooh.
So they say, longtime listener, and I hope I'm not your first asshole, but here is my story.
Uh-oh, Sean salivating.
Oh,
See Sean
baby.
salivating at the thought.
So, am I the asshole for not telling my parents about my engagement?
We've seen a lot of shitty parents on this show,
True,
so
true.
it's
Uh,
entirely possible that you're okay.
that is
Oh.
true.
I feel like we all are 3 family men, so it could go either way.
That's true. That's
It's
true.
facts.
All right, so let me hop into it. So, me, female 23, and my partner, non binary 25, got engaged on Sunday. It wasn't extravagant. I had been working up the courage for weeks, and I just felt right. We were cuddling in bed, and I popped the question. We decided to hold off telling anyone until we staged photos because I worked long shifts the following couple days. We staged photos, then afterwards went to my parents' house to hang out. I already told my partner I had no intentions of telling them personally. It made me extremely uncomfortable and nervous because of the relationship I have with my parents has never been great. I've forgotten about a large amount of my childhood due to the trauma they had caused me. When I was 14, a student claimed me and another girl had had sex in the bathroom. We did not, and the girl started crying, and I left the class to comfort her, so the school told my parents. They grounded me for about 2 years, and I was never trusted to
2
spend the night at
years.
anyone
God
else's house.
damn, 2 years?
Yeah, that's an overreaction for.
Holy.
I don't
For
even like. Is the
nothing.
grounding leaving class or is it
No.
having
Yeah, so
sex?
do these parents believe the rumors and are just fucking
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
trust their own daughter or like listen to your 14-year-old daughter's word? I don't know.
Yeah.
seriously. It's a
That seems like
wise
an
time.
overreaction no matter what. I don't think there's anything that would warrant a 2-year grounding. You know what I mean? In my
Facts.
eyes.
I'm
Um,
feeling like the parents are very conservative. Not to own the
Ooh.
conservatives, but it seems like a overreaction because they are a little bit homophobic, if I had to
Right.
guess.
Yes. That tracks, Sean. Actually, that tracks from what we've heard so far. All right. So this is one major factor for not wanting to share my engagement to my parents. They also completely disregard every time I try to bring up anxiety and depression. They yelled at me for it and claimed I don't really know what it's like because my dad's been through war.
Um,
Which I mean, I get like PTSD and depression is like that's a real thing in like people war vets, but it's also a real thing in regular people.
Absolutely. You can't
Jesus.
just
Yeah.
you okay. Keep going.
That's like
I
the
got
people who are like my trauma's worse than your trauma. And
I
it's
got a
like,
lot to say about this, so
okay,
I'm gonna
okay,
hold mine.
I'll continue on and then I'll let you go off. So, I've never really felt comfortable talking to them to the point where I hid any relationship from them. I even dated someone for the majority of high school and never told them because of fear of backlash. So I got engaged, staged the photos, and posted them on Facebook. I immediately get texts from both my mom and my dad saying, Why didn't you tell us about this? It was fucked up not to, and I still regret nothing. I don't even want to have them at the wedding, to the point where the part of me doesn't want to have a wedding due to the feeling of I have to invite them. My mom's last text said how I hurt my dad's feelings. I just told them straight up, I don't feel comfortable talking to you about the intimate parts of my life, and I haven't heard back. Haven't heard anything back. Am I the asshole?
Absolutely not.
No.
No. And the whole, and I can see why you don't want to, because you're going to spend hopefully the rest of your life with the partner of your dreams and someone that you want to end up with. And that in itself is it's a sacred moment for you two, and it's something that you two share together. And it seems like you don't already have a great relationship with your parents, because they kind of discredit every little thing that you say about them, or that you say to them. First
Right.
off, they don't believe you about the things that you have gone through. They don't believe in the trauma that they have put you through. And when you disclose to them, like, hey, y'all did this shit to me, they're just like, no, that doesn't exist, because your dad's a war vet. Having served in that capacity, someone could be in the trenches. Could someone also be suffering the same thing who is not deployed, or someone is just like at home base?
Yeah.
I'm not saying like the extent might be different, but the trauma is still there. The pain is still real, So like, I don't like hearing that only war vets can get like, or trauma, or like their trauma is, as much as is more
greater
than another,
than.
greater
Yeah.
than. Yeah. Trauma is trauma, in my opinion, no matter
Mhm.
what, it is. So that part is so fucked up to the child. And absolutely, like, you don't have to invite them if you don't want to. And I've said this so many times in the show already. Just because someone is considered family, whether it's your parents, your brothers, your sisters, if they don't enrich your life, and all they do is cause you more pain, cut them the fuck off. It's
Yeah.
not worth it at this point. Like, you need to keep bringing people in your life that'll uplift you and like be actually happy for you. Cause it sounds like the parents are not going to be happy for them because of possibly the choice that you have made, or
Yeah.
whatever other reasons. And they probably don't believe in like your beliefs. So it's like, why? You don't need them in your life.
No.
You have a partner that hopefully will keep you happy and like keep you level-headed and in check for like, the rest of your days, hopefully.
Exactly. What about you, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, I agree 100%. The fact that the parents think that you could only be depressed or have trauma if you went to war is insane. Of course, those are very traumatic things, but different people experience different things, and who's to say what fucked them up isn't valid? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Mhm.
It's definitely not their place to say that. Also, like John said, like, if people aren't serving, not that everybody has to serve you, but like, life is so short that, for me personally, if I don't get good vibes, I'm not gonna, waste time. You know what I mean? Like, life is so short. I'm not gonna fight to have you in my life when having you in my life is painful, or having you in my life is just not it. You know what I mean? So, and also, it seems like, they talked to you. They were like, "This is fucked up." You said, "I'm not comfortable." You like opened the door for a larger conversation, and
Yeah.
they ghosted you, it seems like. So, I mean, you opened the door. They could have walked in and had the conversation and been like, "Okay, well, it really hurt my feelings. Oh, now we, truly understand how you feel, blah, blah, blah." Like, have that talk. But they seem like they don't want it. So
Mhm.
you are
Yeah.
not obligated at all to have them there at your wedding day, or truly in your life, if you don't want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you want to have a wedding or not, just make sure you're doing it for you and your fiance, and what y'all choose to do is for y'all. And
Yep.
you know, y'all are celebrating, the beginning of the rest of your life. Make decisions that are good for y'all. Don't make decisions for other people,
Yeah.
because you're paying a fuck ton of money anyways.
Yeah. You would save a lot of money not having a wedding, but
Yeah.
True.
but Sean is right. If you do decide to make sure it's people you feel comfortable having there, you're not obligated to have anyone there. And to build off that, you're building a family for the future that hopefully doesn't have to experience what you experienced, and hopefully will have like if you have, kids, like hopefully they have a happier upbringing than it sounds like you did with your parents. So no need to get them involved. Maybe they'll realize their mistakes later down the line. I mean, your dad is clearly dealing with stuff. Probably not going to therapy, but he should. If I had the therapy button, I would play that, but he definitely needs to do that. Yeah, I think you guys said everything. So
Why is that not on your roadcaster? Not that you have so much work to do, so I'm like the last one to blame you. But
yeah, we switched. I mean, YouTube people can view it, but we have switched software just for a little bit, and it's on that other software, so I have to switch it over. So it's on my Roadcaster. But
do our
anyway,
Roadcasters play sound?
they
Like,
do.
Okay.
Yeah. I just have not switched it over. So
That's okay.
Yep.
someday I will.
Go to bonfire.com/Reddit on Wiki and order a Get Therapy shirt.
There you go.
Ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen, come on,
Yeah.
Wikimaniacs.
So I think we can all agree, definitely not the asshole.
Nah.
Definitely
We
not.
wish you nothing but the best for you and your partner, and hopefully if you have a wedding, it goes amazingly, and if you don't have a wedding, then that's fine too. Hopefully you enjoy saving a ton of money.
Yeah. And congratulations on an engagement. So
Yeah, absolutely. So with that story, we're gonna hit a quick break, and then we will be right back with 2 more Am I the Assholes and the bonus stories. So stay tuned.
Hot girl summer is coming to an end, ladies. But that doesn't mean the end of smooth legs and scaped sacks. If you and your man haven't been scaping your bikini lines and his jugs down under, it's not too late to grab the best tools to sweep up those pesky pubes. The leader in below-the-waist grooming is here to make sure your pubes are feeling smoother than a beach ball and to make sure his nuts smell fresher than your pumpkin spice. Start the new season the right way and join over 6 million individuals worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code REDDIT at manscaped.com. The Manscaped Performance Package 4.0 has everything you need to keep that summer bod in check for the fall. Whether you're gifting it to your man or using it on your bikini line, let's keep your brushes tamed with the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer. Their package also includes the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, the Crop Reviver toner, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. Their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor and a new multi-function on-off switch that can engage a travel lock and gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. And did I mention this trimmer is waterproof too? Whether you're hopping in the shower or hitting up the lake, this razor will devour even the strongest pubes. Real strong on the H's there. Now that you have the perfect haircut, use Manscaped's liquid formulations to keep that freshness even at the hottest barbecues. Most importantly, use the Crop Preserver ball deodorant to stay cool in the heat. With a soothing aloe vera formula, it's the best in the business for below-the-waist freshness, and this clear drying formula will keep looking good while smelling good. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag, which will both bring your comfort to another level. And if you're not taking your man to get a pedicure, then he needs the Shears 2.0, a luxury nail grooming kit. This kit includes stainless steel nail cutters, tweezers, and grooming scissors. With the Performance Package, his sack will be smoother than beach balls, but make sure you cover the rest with the Shears 2.0. So, if all of that sounds great to you, you can get 20% off plus free shipping with the code REDDIT at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code REDDIT at manscaped.com. Hot Girl Summer doesn't need to end when you and your man keep it smooth all season long. Fist bump.
All right, we are back. It's quick quick episode today, guys. We're just banging through these.
Sorry, guys.
So our next story is also listener submitted. It comes from Instagram, and they say, huge fan, and I have been binging your YouTube for like 2 weeks straight, and I had an am I the asshole moment with my husband, and I'd like other men's take on it.
Oh.
So we are men.
We're finally obligated to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we give our takes on any story that has nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
Speaking of men, sorry guys, sorry to interrupt. Our original video that went viral is going back viral again. And it's a lot more comments of people calling us soft as fuck.
No.
Oh, even more. It's the fucking he who shall not be named fans finding us.
Yes.
Because he's banned now, so they're just looking at other stuff, and
they're coming out. They're coming out, guys.
Maybe I'll finally be included in the beta comments for once.
God, I hope not. Yeah, I see a bunch of comments where they're like, "Why is this misogynistic?" And it's like, "Oh God."
Wait, which one is the one popping off? I forget
it's
which one
the it's the OG, the one where the husband went.
Oh, is it just because Josh said like, "Why would you want a son more than a
well,
daughter?"
both of us, both of us were just like, "Why would it matter?"
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's popping off again. So sorry, I just had to bring it up.
No, it's all good. Yeah, so we are finally qualified to do a story here, guys.
Yes.
So, am I the asshole for calling my husband a douche for him telling me that I wasn't brave for giving birth?
Oh.
No, you let him off easy. You could have gone way off. End of story, actually, I think.
All right, well, that makes this episode even quicker. Let's just go.
I think we need to literally rip this man's penis all the way down to his asshole, because is that not what happens to women?
Pretty
they don't have
much.
penises.
Ripped to their asshole. So
You know, like
from urethra to fucking asshole.
Spoiler, Game of Thrones, that happens first episode.
Jesus Christ.
And they show a lot of it, so definitely not, or you definitely are brave. But let's get into the full story, the context. So my husband and I have been married for 3 years, together for 7, and have known each other since the 2nd grade. We even dated in middle school on and off, and we also have 2 beautiful daughters. This will be relevant later to the story. My husband and I have a very playful relationship. We're always joking, making fun of each other, and calling each other names in good fun. It was like you, John.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you write this? Did your wife write this?
No,
John?
well, I don't have kids, so I don't know where that story's coming from.
You're right. One night, he jokingly called me a pussy because I was acting like a baby, and then she likes to clarify it is a joke. So, which is fair. I mean, whatever you guys are comfortable with calling each other. I said, "You have no right to talk. I gave birth to 2 beautiful babies." And his response was, "Yeah, so?" I said, "Yeah, so giving birth is really hard and fucking scary." He came back with, "I wouldn't call giving birth courageous or brave." My jaw dropped, and I said, "It definitely makes me tough." He said, "I'll give you that. It definitely makes you tough, but it doesn't make you brave." Granted, I was fortunate enough to have 2 pretty easy and smooth births, but I have heard horror stories of women who really struggled through childbirth. I don't even think I could do what some have done. I told him he was being a douche and talking a lot of shit about something he never even has to experience, and most of the moms he knows in his life would disagree with him. He got upset and told me I shouldn't have called him a douche because he was speaking his mind and really doesn't think childbirth makes women brave. So am I the asshole for calling him out?
No, and that guy is a douche.
And does your husband watch too? Does your husband also binge?
God, I hope so.
Ooh, we're gonna fucking go off.
Sean, the floor is yours, my brother.
First off, I'm confused. How does it make you tough, but not make you brave?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense, right? Also, do you know how, like, before even discussing children, like, women, like, what they go through, just like the thought of not only being a mother, but just the whole fucking process of being pregnant and giving birth. Like, I feel like my wife and I hear a new birthing fact, or like pregnant fact, like every other day, and we both look at each other like, we can like. I always look at her. I'm just like, we can fucking adopt. You don't have to do that.
Too. Yep.
I'm like, that just sounds awful.
Yeah.
So the fact that women know about these things and go to term and have babies, how does that not make you fucking brave?
Yeah.
So many. I already mentioned vaginas ripping. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Even the thought of like, you know, having something in me is scary to
For
me. I don't
9
know. Maybe
months.
that's the beta male in me, but uh, I I am a clumsy person by nature. So to not fall down
Yeah.
in 9 months or not, fucking I am reckless with my body. I don't know. I fucking jump off shit or run into shit all the time. I'm not really watching out. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
know. There's just so many things that could go wrong in a pregnancy, and women, willingly do that. They know all of the risks. They know all of the pains and the struggles and all of the trauma that comes with pregnancy. And I don't, if that's not fucking brave, I don't know what your definition of brave is, brother.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, again, how is she tough but not brave?
Makes
Make
sense.
it
Make
make
that
Yeah.
make
sense.
sense. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna just building off that. Yeah, like she knows, like she clarified and said that she had two pretty easy births, but she
That's
didn't
just still
know she
not
was gonna.
easy.
She didn't know, right?
Yeah.
And even then, yeah, an easy birth, quote unquote, is still probably very painful.
Fucking
But
painful.
she didn't know she was gonna have an easy birth. Like those could have easily been like 24-hour, like intensive, like long labor. It could have easily been that, and so she had no idea what it was gonna be. So being able to go through with that is the brave part, you know what I mean? Like, that
Mhm.
is the tough part. Like,
Also,
as
you
Sean said.
shit when you get pregnant too, I think. That's
Yeah.
something we learned. Yeah. And they know the fact that they're about to shit in front of doctors and nurses and
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So, and they still decide to, if I had to shit in front of people, I think I would just be like, let's adopt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't that a Donald Glover stand-up bit where he's just like, "If someone put a gun to my head and said shit right now, they'd be like, blow my brains out."
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
No, I was
Uh,
just gonna go off with both of what y'all said. And Sean is just like knowing that it's inevitable, it's coming, and like that's the scary part. And first of all, to the OP, thank you for listening and bring your husband to this episode. And because I think I want to flame the motherfucker real quick.
I
All
feel like
right.
a lot of husbands, and wives, just whoever the OP writes about in these Reddit
Yeah.
posts, like in updates, they'll be like, "Oh, my spouse found this," and now they see like, my side of things, and it's
Yeah.
only because they're getting flamed by thousands of
Yeah.
people. So
Yeah.
flame on Wikimaniacs.
Yeah, and so let me flame this guy, okay? This motherfucker sounds like he would be sweating balls if he had to schedule a colonoscopy, first off. And
Yeah.
second, this seems like the motherfucker who would be shitting bricks if he ate something spicy and he knew that he had to like drop that baby in a toilet later on. So that's painful as it is. The anticipation is what's killing you. And then Sean brought up this fact or this point that I think makes sense as well. All the pre-pregnancy shit that the women have to go through, not even in just like a monthly basis. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like that sucks. And then
Even
it's
post,
even
like
post, exactly.
post-recovery,
And then if postpartum depression exists too, like
yeah,
that's something as well.
months up to years sometimes.
Years. And
Yeah.
sometimes people never recover from that,
Yeah.
not to mention the bodily trauma that your wife would have to go through. Like if shit don't get like stitched the right way or vice versa. And it was funny that I brought it up to an original TikTok that went viral. I also made a point in that video. My guy, all you had to do was fucking nut. You know what I mean? So don't you dare call your wife not brave for pushing a size of a melon or a
Yeah.
watermelon coming out of her body when you probably like having a hard time pushing something a size of a fucking, otter pop or some shit out of your ass.
Dude,
So like,
imagine shitting out
Oh.
an 8-pound piece of shit out of your dick, bro. Like, imagine how brave you'd have to be like, that's gonna happen, but I'm still willing to do this.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In
Like,
front of
in front of
like
everyone.
3 to 4 people.
and
My
guy,
dick will split all the way to my
Yeah.
asshole, but
She
I'm
did
gonna
it.
do it.
twice with your dumb ass.
Twice.
So don't you dare say she's not brave.
Y'all
Yeah.
need to get those sensors that you put on like
Yeah.
like that men try, and,
And then-
it like signifies like period, and that's just a period. And not
Yeah.
that like
Yeah.
periods are like I'm not saying that's just a period. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
like
periods are extremely
birth.
painful, but birth, I imagine, with your body ripping in half, and shit, like is period times 1,000.
Yeah.
And this is coming from a guy too that is scared to just even be in a partition where if my wife was to ever get pregnant. I'm the guy who's probably scared to be even the bottom half because if I see that, I'm like, oh my god, I probably throw up
Yeah,
and fucking faint. You know what I mean?
that's
So
my thing too.
I can't imagine what the pain she's going through, and she's out
Yeah.
here just squeezing my hand. Girl, if my wife tells me that you're a fucking asshole, you did this shit to me and slapped the shit out of me during childbirth, by all means, I deserve it, my dear. So
You're like, I regret it too. Please.
I regret it too. Please hit me again. Like I'm
Yeah.
so
I don't know
sorry I
if
did
it
this
makes
shit
me a
to you.
bad guy, but I'm also with you. I'd like to be on the top half holding hands,
Same.
and not. I don't want to catch the baby. I don't think.
Yeah.
But we'll
I'm
see
scared.
if that time comes, and that's what I have to do. That's what I have to do. But
Yeah.
I'd like to hold hands only, if possible.
That's fair. I mean, that's a conversation between you and your wives. Like,
Yeah,
if she's like, no, get down there. You did this.
I'm gonna get down there. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
But
exactly.
also, I'll
So
be like,
Do I have to?
Yo, try to
I'll be
catch with
like
one
this
hand.
too. I'm like, ah.
That looks scary, babe.
you're so brave. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're definitely not the asshole. Giving birth is 100% a brave thing to do, and I think the only way you could do it is what Sean said: get those sensors and hook them up to him, and just tase him or whatever it does. I don't know. It actually does.
Instead of putting that like on him where his ovaries would be or whatever, just straight to the balls. I think is the way
Shared
to do it.
experience, might as well do it.
Yeah.
God damn.
And right before you do it, be like, "Are you feeling brave?" Or
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to do this? And if he says no, then he could never not call you brave ever again.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to our final "Am I the Asshole" story for the main episode. Is that what you call it? The bonus stuff is after, so stay tuned for that. So this one is a Reddit story. Am I the asshole for wanting to be monogamous with my wife again?
Again?
so
Again.
you like open
so
the
y'all
door
before?
for the open.
Yes.
I need more.
Kicked the door
Yeah.
down and said, I want to fix that.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is just me projecting or just thinking what would be funny, but like I'm like, what if he was like, man, I really want to have sex with other people, and she was like, okay, and then like
You got
your wife is just
yeah,
fucking
nobody.
getting it, and then you're like, fuck, I only have my hand, and
Just crying and beating off.
holy fuck, this Uno reversed.
Oh. All right. Well, I'll tell the story and then you can see if you predicted correctly, Sean.
I feel like
So-
Sean's right.
So, I, 31-year-old male, married my wife, 28-year-old female, 5 years ago.
Just knowing that it's the man who wrote this already, I'm like, all right, on track, baby.
You mean you got no bitches?
Damn, you ain't got no bit. Oh man, what happened to that guy on TikTok? He was the best.
So, 1 year ago, we started an open relationship. We were happy, but our sex life was getting stale. I would go out with my single friends and feel jealous of all the freedom they had to hook up with women.
Got him, stupid ass.
I guess I missed being a bachelor and began to resent my wife. I understand this is my own problem, not hers. I suggested to my wife that we should try an open relationship where we remain committed to each other, but we can have sex with other people. Emotionally, I am only with my wife and I do love her only. Felt like an open relationship was necessary for the survival of our marriage. I'm not a cheater. After a few discussions, my wife agreed to try it. Which he says I'm not a cheater, but if she didn't want to do it, would he have cheated or would he have left her? That,
Like the left her was the probably right answer there.
Yeah, because these are sound like he did he say he resents her?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
beginning to resent her
Yeah, my guy
because
was
he
either
couldn't
gonna cheat
fuck
or-
other girls.
Yeah, or on the way
Yeah.
out. This fool's a
I mean, you
mess.
could talk to your wife about spicing things up if you wanted to, but I feel that would be like step one. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah,
really
don't go
felt bored.
straight into fucking sleeping with other people.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody has their own thing, but
I guess there's nothing wrong with an
you
open
know,
relationship if you both
open
agree to it.
relationships are a thing.
But it was just
but-
him saying like I'm not a cheater, but like if she disagreed, it sounded like he might have gone that route, or left her, which is whatever. I mean, not
This fool
cheating,
didn't
but
get-
like
this
the
fool
leaving
didn't
her is.
get- he didn't get fucked.
No, he
So-
ain't got none.
The first few months were great. I
Huh?
hooked up with a coworker who had been flirting with me. We became regular sex partners until she started dating. This is no problem for me because it was only physical. So I installed some dating apps with the intention of meeting women to have sex with. This is where things go wrong. I didn't realize how hard it is to meet a woman.
And my wife is just going to bars and then going to town.
They either stop replying, don't commit to meeting up, or they turn out to be unattractive.
Oh,
I've
boo.
only, I've only met up with one other woman, and the experience was subpar. I'm tired of doing this and want to be monogamous again. My wife, however, has been seeing other men. This is fine, but I'm starting to get
Nice.
a little jealous.
Hell
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
get yours.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I've seen her text, and she has so many men talking to her, wanting to take her out and calling her beautiful. Every night she gets dressed up and goes out. Sometimes not even coming.
Oh my! Every single night, girl, get yours. Get yours.
God damn.
She's getting dick
Oh
tonight.
my
R.I.P.
Holy.
Oh, she says it's just sex and she loves me, but I think it's disrespectful.
Nah, get the fuck out. You fucked up.
Fucking idiot.
'Cause you get no bitch.
Yeah, you can't suggest it and then get mad because she actually follows through on the plan while you're just alone beating it for the 7th night in a row.
Yeah, you got my record beat if you're doing 7 nights in a row.
She didn't make that much of an effort, and with her appearance when it was just me. I talked to her about it, about ending the open relationship and just being with each other, but she doesn't want to. This is where it gets insane. I think what she's doing is qualifies as cheating.
No.
Nope.
If I knew it was going to be like this, I wouldn't have suggested an open relationship in the first place. So am I the asshole?
Yep. I wouldn't call you. Hold on.
I don't
First of all,
know.
I don't want to call you an asshole.
No,
I think
you're an
a
asshole.
dumbass.
Fuck you.
Okay,
think
for
you're
the
just an
resenting the
idiot.
wife and like switching up everything, you're the asshole. But I think you're definitely more dumbass than
Yeah,
asshole.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with
I don't-
dumbass more than asshole.
I don't think you're like particularly malicious or like
I-
evil.
I would disagree.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think-
I mean, that's true.
I think
Because he
at
would have
the-
left her.
Yeah, but not even that. Like at the end, when he's like, "Oh, this is how it's working out. Like you can't do it anymore because I'm jealous. Like this stipulation that I forced into your life. Now I don't want it because you're actually like enjoying yourself
Because it's not convenient for me anymore.
Yeah, because you're doing better than I am in the dating world or whatever. Like,
Dude.
like that's where I think it gets malicious, where it just seems like he wants to control her after he forced her into this, basically. So that's where I say I think
I don't know,
a
that
lot
makes
of the
sense.
malicious.
Yeah, now that you say it, yeah. He's definitely the asshole.
I mean, he is a dumbass as well. You're right about
he's-
that.
What
he's a
about let's
huge
combine
dumbass.
it? Dumb asshole. That's
He's a dumb
that's
asshole,
There
yeah.
you go.
Dude, I
Fucking
predicted this to the T,
The
baby.
nail
Good
on the
shit.
head.
Mine is on
my
fire this
As soon as it
episode,
said
dude.
God
monotonous
damn.
again, I was like, this is a man who ain't getting nothing. I feel it in the title. I feel it.
I got to start
Oh
branching
my
out and getting
God.
wilder stories so Sean can't predict them. Like the fucking tie-dye one that I did last week.
Never let him know your next move.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. This guy is a fucking idiot. I don't know if there's too much more we have to say. It seems like painfully obvious, and I'm sure he's getting roasted on Reddit. But
Yep.
Yeah.
you
And like,
you
I-
opened the door, buddy. This is what you wanted. I've never been in an open relationship or known anybody that was like in a long-term open relationship. So I don't know how to, how that works with like, setting ground rules, like, oh, if one of us starts becoming uncomfortable, do we have to both stop it? Or like, I'm sure, that happens a lot. There are some kind of ground rules, But if you didn't set any rules and your only thing was like, I'm trying to fuck some bitches, and then you get 0 bitches and your wife is getting dick appointments every night, bro, that's on you, my guy. You that was your choice.
Yeah.
She's getting
Okay.
free meals and whining and dining. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Just got
what'd
the
you think?
Outlook calendar booked up for the next 3
fucking
months.
saying.
Goddamn. Hey,
I'll say
respect.
married men everywhere.
Get your shit, girl.
Yeah.
Married men everywhere. If you're in a, I'll say 90% of us are gonna have a harder time getting women than your wife is gonna have getting men.
Yeah.
I think 90%. That's probably the ratio if I had to guess.
Could
Men
be.
are I feel like, at least when it comes to casual sex, maybe it's stereotypical, but men I feel like are much more, they're fucking dogs, dude. That's why we fucking chop on a lot of these nice guys.
Yeah.
They're not they're fucking dogs. And it's there's a lot more men dogs than, women dogs in that regard, I think. Or maybe that's just my stereotype. I could be wrong.
Your analogy
Wikimaniacs.
fell apart at the end.
Yeah.
But
It's falling apart. But you know what I'm fucking saying.
I
Yeah.
got you, bro. I got you.
like it's statistically there are more men on dating apps than there are women. Like I
Okay,
think
that's what I'm saying.
it's a proven statistic. And so like you're already,
TLDR.
you're already outnumbered and yeah, I think you're right with the boundary, Sean. If you wanted to go into this with like to try it, you should have been like, okay, let's try this for a month, see how it goes. Maybe let's promise to at least spend 4 nights of the week together and like, start setting boundaries to ease your way into it.
I'm fucking dead that it's every single night. That's so funny to me. That's so fucking funny.
You know what?
She's damn.
I actually do like agree more with you, Josh, now that he is an asshole, because when he was getting some tail,
Yeah.
he was like, yo, this
he
shit
wasn't gonna
tight as
play
fuck.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, he started getting no pussy.
It's-
Yo, man, this
He's
shit
Yo,
fire.
this shit sucks.
to me, it sounded like he had someone in mind he wanted to cheat on his wife with, which was his
Yeah, the
his
Coworker, because that seemed very convenient that it's like,
Very quick.
Yeah.
very quick.
And so as soon as the other girl goes away, he's like, "Oh fuck, I actually have to put in
Yeah.
work." And now now I don't want my wife because now I'm jealous of the other, like my wife not being there, even though he was probably not there for a lot of the time during
Yeah.
the time he was with that other
Oh, I'm so
the
dead.
coworker.
Every
So-
single night. I mean,
Get
yours,
yours.
bro.
Get
bro.
yours.
Hell yeah.
Your
I hope your
husband
wife-
deserves that shit, bro.
I hope your wife finds a nice man and leaves your ass.
Oh my god. I mean, I don't know if this is this like part of me is like, I don't know if this is grounds for divorce, but like part of me is like, this guy's a fucking idiot, bro. He sounds like he would have either cheated or left you. So it's
Yeah.
like, I mean, do you, girl? I mean, you are getting
I mean,
it done. You know
She's
what I'm
living her
saying?
best life right now. So-
She is.
I'm fucking proud.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I mean, yeah, I have no advice. I don't
So funny.
know what to do, but
Shit, keep getting piped, girl. That's all our
She
advice.
gets
Like,
dressed up every single night.
she never used to do that for me. Yeah, maybe if you
never-
put in some effort.
Oh
She would as
my
well.
God. Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Jesus. Yeah,
it's
that
fucking
is
hilarious.
an asshole. Oh, I got that from Am I the Devil, by the way, just as a
Am I the
fun-
devil?
Yeah.
That's a new one.
So I knew they were going to be an asshole ahead of time. So, but I thought it was a fun one to do.
Yeah.
That
That was
fun.
good. That was fucking
That was a good one.
hilarious.
So that is it for this episode, Wikimaniacs. What did you think? Were these people assholes? Let us know down in the comments on YouTube, Discord, wherever you can find us. You can comment and we'll probably see it. We'll try and see it anyway.
Probably.
Depends on how many messages we get. You know what I mean?
A lot.
We do get a lot sometimes. Yeah. So
But good problem. Like we keep mentioning. That's
It's a
good problem
It's a
great
to
good
have.
problem to have.
we love it because there are usually like different like opinions on different things and maybe stuff we overlooked and so there's always new things in each comment that we learn stuff from. So definitely give us comments down below. If you want to hear more, please consider subscribing to the show and giving us a rating and review on whatever platform you are on, or you can share the podcast with a friend. And don't forget, you can submit your own Am I the Asshole stories to us on our subreddit, just like our first story. You can cross-post your favorite Am I the Asshole stories, or you can even submit your own at r/Reddit on Wiki. And finally, if you want the last 2 stories, patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network. Sign up and you get 2 bonus stories every Friday at where I just said. Yeah, that's
Holy moly, you're tired.
Thank you, Sean and John, for coming on and giving their takes and your predictions, Sean.
Nostradamus here.
Were you 3 for 3, 2 for 2? I can't remember.
I'm not Nostradamus. Who the fuck am I?
Fucking what's his name? Oh god.
Oh my God.
No,
It's over
Rasputin.
now. Rasputin. I'm fucking Rasputin, baby.
What a big giant dick.
Thank you, Wikimaniacs, for listening to this episode, and we will see you on Monday. Bye. Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power. For the 5th time, it's your boy Sean coming at